All right, so your trees are probably getting at such a height that the wind blows them around a bit, and if they were to fall over, something happens, it could really damage the trees, snap them off. So you really want to stake them, and that gives protection such that if it tips over in the wind, it's not going to snap your main branch and you won't lose a bunch of progress that you've made. So we're going to look at a couple of trees and show you how I just stake these trees up using a bamboo. So this is using single leader method, and staking the trees gives a lot of support, and then it also helps you tie the tree up to the bamboo stake and provide a nice straight trunk. So let's take a look at these trees right here. Okay, so this is a Delcor from Off the Beaten Path. This is from this year. Got those, and I think I put that to root probably in December. And not growing too fast for me. It kind of stalled for a little bit, but at this point we're at, right now this is July 10th, and this is probably up to the kind of top of my stomach, above my waist. So this is a 7-gallon square pot, and this is a tall 5-gallon. So anyway, I have this staked, and I use tomato tape, plenty strong enough, and it stretches. Okay, so you can see a little bend right here, but basically this is pretty darn straight. I could get it even straighter if I wanted to, maybe tilting it this way like that. Really not terribly necessary, but as straight as you can get it, that's what you want to try to do. And just tomato tape, tie it twice. So you can see what I'm doing there, and it's not straight all the way. All right, so you're going to put this in just slightly to the side. So this right here is a Nuestra Sonora del Carmen. I've talked about this a couple of times already. This tree had tons of fig mosaic, and I hard pruned it back to right there. And so it pushed out this node, and now is growing pretty darn clean. This looks really good. Sure, there's fig mosaic in there somewhere. This tree, or this leaf right here, looks a little battered. I'm not sure what did that, but sometimes you never know. But it looks pretty darn good. All right, so what I do is I have bamboo, and this is probably 6 foot tall, but it's not too much taller than the tree here itself. So I have bamboo. Unfortunately, I have a bunch of it that I can get from my yard. So look at the way the tree is leaning, and this is growing off to the side here. It's growing pretty straight. Leans to the side like this. So one way to do it is to tie it on the far end and pull the tree towards you. Just knocked off a fig. I'll regret that. So anyway, or the other way that I like to do is get right next to the tree, right next to the trunk, and then push the tree a little bit, get it straightened up so the bottom is straight and the top leans, but we'll tie it like that. And then just work the bamboo down into the roots, the pot. You'll feel it get very strong and tight. You're going to hear some roots ripping. Don't worry about it. The tree will be fine. Okay, now I'm using tomato tape. So this is green tomato tape. This is as strong as anything you'll ever need. Trust me, do not use twine. Do not use zip ties. You will 100% forget about one of those zip ties or one of those twine. And it's going to girdle your tree, damage it. Hopefully not too badly, but just don't do it, guys. Use tomato twine or tomato tape. So tie one at the bottom, and I just double tie it, do a double granny knot. Go up, tie it right before it, right where it starts to lean away. Tie it again. And this will stretch as the tree grows. So there's no danger of harming the tree using this. All right, so this is looking good. Nice straight growth. So this is what happens. This is your first year. This is your first year of training your tree. This is the same as just a single cutting. That's a cutting started from this year. Brand new cutting, December of this past year. Pretty tall already. So that's what you want to do to get your trees nice and straight. Get a nice trunk, and the taller this gets, the more the trunk is going to thicken up. If I wanted to, I could pot this up into a bigger pot. Bigger pot is going to get a thicker trunk. Your pot size is going to really help determine how thick that trunk gets and also how tall you let the tree get. But that's the goal. Nice thicker trunk. This is your first year. This is what your trees should look like now. Anything up in here, I'm in zone Cincinnati 6AB, and this is the growth that I have for this tree. Now this tree had the benefit of having all these roots from last year. The tree next to it, the Delcor, this is brand new. So this is not even remarkable growth. This is kind of pretty typical, pretty normal growth. But it's nice and straight up. These trees at the end of the year, so after everything goes dormant this year, all the leaves fall off, what I'm going to do is about 30 inches I'm going to cut. This is after it's all, I'll probably do this before I put everything away. So this is like November 1st, let's say, or maybe middle of October. We'll see if they're all completely going dormant. You're going to cut it to 30 inches, put them in your garage, whatever. Next season, take them out, take a look. If you have any dieback, I do to 30 inches and then take it down to 24 inches. 24 inches. So I have that 6-inch buffer if there's any dieback from the garage, burnt tips, whatever. Take it down to 24, you can go to 20. So it's just do different things, play with it, experiment, see what works for you. And then next year, you're going to have the branches come out. And I have a bunch of trees. You saw that in my tour video. So many of these trees that I got, dozens that are second year trees, and they have the main scaffolds, and they are full of figs, absolutely filled with figs. These trees right here are going to get some figs going all the way up, so you get like 4 or 5 maybe. You'll still get to taste them. So that's what I'm finding with my first year cuttings. I'll get 4 or 5 different figs, get a little taste of it. But for a first year cutting, first year tree, you don't expect the world. You've seen some of the third year trees that I have where you got 80 figs on it. So that's pretty good. Doesn't take too long. 3 years is really fast as far as fruiting trees go to get that many fruits. So we should all be so happy with our fig trees that we get tons and tons of figs. If we do it right. As you can see, there's no side branching on any of these. I didn't have to pinch any of these actually, that they just didn't even send them out. So maybe earlier on that tree. But that's it. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video, again, wasn't too long. I know the last one was a pretty long one, but I'm trying to tighten them down a little bit for you. Thanks a lot, and let's go grow some figs.